It is time for Money Power Politics. And tonight, tariffs are putting the squeeze on businesses and consumers alike. Much like his first term, U.S. farmers are taking a big hit in Trump's tariff war, thanks to soaring fertilizer prices eating away their profits. U.S. shoppers are also facing a wave of order cancellations as the countries around the world are canceling American-bound shipments. Do you know why? Tariffs. These are just a few of the many warning signs that the economic road ahead could be bumpy. But still, the stock market continues to soar, with the S&P topping 6,500 for the first time ever. Why? Because today, markets care about the earnings of just 7 mega companies, all of which are mostly immune to the tariffs and immigration. The Dow and the NASDAQ only give us the illusion of prosperity, but they are not metrics for the health of the overall economy or even corporate America. What they are metrics for the well-being of tech giants and the top 10%. What you're watching now is the mega rich getting mega richer, which brings me to my big question tonight. Should we stop paying attention to the markets, or at least stop believing that the markets are the economy? Bill Cohen joins me now. He's a former Wall Street banker turned journalist and founding partner at Puff. And Justin Wolfers is here, professor of economics and public policy at the University of Michigan. Bill, let's start with you. Should we stop looking at markets for answers, or at least not think, well, the markets are some sort of barometer for the economy? Because the way markets are displayed now, they're really just looking, as I said, at 7 companies, 7 giant companies that are somewhat immune to immigration and tariffs.
You know, Stephanie, how many times have we wondered that question? How many times have we been asked that question? People love to follow the stock markets, especially when they're in a major hype cycle, which is what we're at now. A major, major, major hype cycle, just like they were in 2007, and it ended very badly in 2008. We're in a major hype cycle. God bless them. The financial news channels love to talk about, show the green numbers every day, every morning. New records for the NASDAQ, new records for the Dow, new records for the S&P 500. And so, you're not going to change that, Stephanie, because those financial news channels make a lot of money from having people watch those shows and get very excited and join in the hype cycle. And guess who also makes a lot of money from that, Stephanie? Our old employers, Wall Street. They make a lot of money hyping up stocks, hyping up the fact that interest rates might be cut, which would, of course, be a boom for corporate profits. And, that's just something that's, we're not going to change that. What changes it is when, the cycle ends and the financial correction comes and people take a big breath and maybe get some fresh air.
Then, Justin, what is the data that you are looking at, right? If we cannot trust the markets to diagnose the health of our economy, where should we be looking?
Actually, I think we're in a very hard place right now. One of the problems right now is, we normally look at the hard data, how much people are spending. Well, that all gets distorted because with the tariffs, people try to front-run tariffs. And so they're spending money, but on stuff that's produced abroad. So normally spending and production move together. But when you've got people front-running tariffs and then tariffs coming in, you take these two indicators and they move in different directions. And that gets really hard. Then you can look at the soft data, how people feel. How they feel is downright depressed. I'm a little more optimistic that we can learn some things about the world from the stock market, but I think it's important to be very careful about that. For instance, one of my big concerns is we're moving towards crony capitalism. Well, crony capitalism, who are the cronies? Often they're Tim Apple. Tim Apple can turn up at the White House with a gold bauble and get exactly what he wants. But Apple was actually a small company founded in a garage in Silicon Valley. And if you're 2 blokes in a garage, you can't turn up at the White House and get the trade deal that you want. Instead, you're going to be paying a lot extra for the inputs you need because a lot of those are imported.
Bill, in less than an hour, this tariff exemption for small shipments worth less than $800 is ending. Are people now going to start to realize a tariff is a tax? I can tell you personally, just today, I walked into a store and I bought something and had to pay a tariff cost, an extra cost on top of what I was paying.
You know, Stephanie, corporations have been very generous for the last 3 months or so as we get a better sense of what these tariffs are going to be like, and they've absorbed a meaningful percentage of the tax that these tariffs are on the American consumer. That's going to end. There's no way the corporations are going to continue to absorb these taxes, these tariffs, which are taxes on the American consumer. And so the American consumer is going to feel it more and more. This small $800 exemption that Trump is going to put an end to, again, that's going to be more pain for the American consumer. I don't understand what these tariffs are all about. I never have. I've said this on this show before. They make no sense economically, theoretically. There's no justification for them. And why people put up with them and say, okay, you know, whatever President Trump wants to do economically is fine with them. I don't understand it. But at some point, this is going to come home to roost. I don't know when it is. It hasn't happened yet. Maybe this $800 exemption will result in real pain. And you know, as your previous guest talked about, it's time to call your congressmen and your senators and rattle the cage and make a lot of noise. But it hasn't happened yet.
Justin, what do you think?
Actually, the last part, I think Bill's either too optimistic or pessimistic. I can't tell which it is, which is people have noticed. It's absolutely clear if you look at polling data that President Trump has lost the war of ideas, that protectionism, which is something historically polled very well, and it was only nerdy economists like me who would go out and argue that it was a bad idea. The American people understand what a terrible idea it is. It's polling at least 2-1 against the president. His ratings on management of the economy, if you look at any of these numbers, the assessment of whether people think the economy is currently being mismanaged is actually at an all-time high right now. So he's got the reins of power, but he's lost the battle of ideas.
Bill, in a normal world, investors would be lighting their hair on fire between Trump's tariffs and his attacks on the Fed. Why aren't they freaking out more or at all?
Well, because as you and I both know, Stephanie, no one rings a bell at the top of the market and says, oh, this is it. This is the top. Get out now. It happens over time. It happens gradually. There are little breadcrumbs along the way. I mean, in 2007, you saw the cracks in this ABX index, which is a mortgage market index. That led pretty directly to the collapse of the two Bear Stearns hedge funds, which were then liquidated in the spring of 2007, which led to all sorts of disruption, which led to markdowns in the value of mortgage-backed securities by the end of the year, and then kaboom. So, you know, it's a gradual process. I think investors are loving this because who doesn't want to be part of the hype cycle? Who doesn't want to be part of markets hitting all-time highs? And, you know, if Trump is successful in jawboning down interest rates, which is not what is needed now, and Justin would know more about that than I do, but I don't believe it's what's needed now, then that is going to also benefit corporate profits, which there is a tie between corporate profits and the stock market. There is a correlation, even though we like to say that the stock market is not the real economy. There is a correlation between corporate profits and the stock market. And so if interest rates come down, not only will that help with the big federal budget deficits, and paying less than $1 trillion in annual interest on the federal debt, it'll also help corporate profits, which could continue to drive the market higher. But it's just getting to a more and more precarious place.